Good morning, good afternoon. Hold on. Why am I not working? Hang on. Oh, I know why. Hang on. I am... Yep. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's MechaGM, and I am back from our BattleTech Advanced 3062. Anyways, we are specifically doing the tutorial playthrough here, and yeah, so... let's get into things here. We did get a few questions that people wanted answered, and I'm not going to be able to go through all of that this episode, most likely. Things of note that we're looking people to talk to. Neil Luna mentioned that they'd like to see some late game advice, good ways to grind cash, different doctrine strategies you can go for, that sort of thing. Recommended pilot builds would also be good. Whole chapter on battle armor and maybe on quad mechs would be nice. Okay. Those are all things we can talk about as we go. Absolutely. And Clockwork Minion also has been enjoying watching the whole process. In particular, wants to see the process of building a worthy lance. It always seems like you have very little control over what you can field. How do you overcome that? Okay, that is actually a really good question. I personally am kind of cool with sort of going with the flow as much as possible. And just grabbing what I can grab largely. And that's... a lot of the early game is going to be that. Let me switch scenes over to the BattleTech scene, though, so you can see the actual game. That might be nice, you know? But yeah, so... the only way to really... you can't really directly... you can't... well, you can't... okay, so early game, and you really can't direct it. You can guide yourself down the sort of what you're going to find by fighting factions that field the stuff you're looking for. And you can find that information out by looking up on the wiki, which you can find at, hang on, let me get the actual URL for that. BTA3062.com. So I'll drop a link to that in the comments also. I'll try to remember to do that. That's, you know, it's the place where you get the game. The mod. Literally, like, if you look up any mech in the wiki, it will list on there. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys. Hang on. List of mechs. Boop. Boop. All right. And yeah. All right. So this is the full list of mechs. We're gonna pick a mech kind of at random. Let's go with, say, the Raven. Great option. Great little mech. If you take a look at where, for each of the factions, it'll have a different list for these two. You see right down to the factions? These are the factions that will field that particular variant of that mech. So you can go and fight those factions, and at low, for the Raven, at low skill difficulty, you have increased odds. You're better than... you're more likely to find it by facing the factions that field it. So, for example, the Capellans field a bunch of different variants of. They field the 1X, they field the 3L, they field the 3M. They're the only ones who field the 3X. They field the 4L, they field the 4LC. The 4LX is a Flashpoint only mech. The 4X is another one the Capellans also run. So if you're looking for Raven, go fight the Capellans. You're going to run into one. Like, it's just going to happen. The other option you have is a bit later on. I'm going to click on a link here. Where is it? Faction stores. There we go. If you get your rep up high enough with a faction, say the Capellans, for instance, if you get up to 100 rep with them, you can then ally with them. Now, this will piss off the factions that dislike that faction. So I'll show you where you can see that in game in a second. But if you're allied with them, you will get access to their faction store, where you can buy mechs just outright from them. So if you ally with the Capellans from their faction store, they will sell the Anubis, they'll sell the Cataphract, the Catapult, the Emperor, Firebeat, Goliath, Highlander, Huron Warrior, Lao Hu, Ostrock, Xiaoyu, Thunder, Urban Mech, and Vindicator. And you will almost certainly see the Raven in the store. You find mech parts occasionally for these things. Those are less likely. Mech parts don't show up that often, but these will probably show up in the store. So, for the Capellans specifically. So learn this page. I will say flatly, you want to ally with a faction, and I'll show you. I'll talk about, I'll show you that in a second also. But yeah. So yeah, those are the ways you can sort of guide it. You can either build up enough money to just buy the stuff you want from factions you've allied with. Take a look at the faction store page, see who sells the stuff you're interested in. If you go down to the captain's quarters into reputation, there's the reputation scale, which will tell you where you are in this thing. You know, so like if you are here in indifferent, you know, you get no bonus and job payouts. Store prices are marked up slightly. You can go up to 3 skill difficulty. If they dislike you, you can see the things there. If they hate you, it's even lower. And if they loathe you, you can only do half skill missions, and you cannot buy from their store. Also, they'll send hit squads after you. But if they like you more, the more they like you, the better the stuff is. Also, the higher your rep is, the more likely they'll start bundling things together into groups of stuff in the salvage screen. This is how you start making real cash, honestly. Because if you're allied with them, they will start bundling together mech parts. So if you take mechs intact, like, you'll be able to just build mechs, like, build a mech per mission just about sometimes. That's one way to make a lot of money. Ally with a faction and just start, especially a faction that fights, that has enemies that sell good stuff and have a lot of territory. It's hard to be able to farm rep and to make a lot to, you know, fight, to keep getting missions for factions when they don't have very many planets, because it takes a while before a planet will refill on an actual 20 missions if you clear it out. So once you clear a planet out, it takes a while before they start getting missions back in quantity. So, and like, I don't even think they ever really get them back in significant quantity, really. It takes a long while for them to reset. I know there's an actual formula for it. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. But that's one way you can make money. Another way to make money, honestly, look for duels. And there are some mission types that just offer more cash, and you can just lean into the cash if you really just need cash and aren't that interested in getting the salvage. As a general rule, you get more value out of salvage than you do out of cash, but it's not as bad as it is in vanilla. In BTA, going for cash is a less terrible idea. In vanilla, just go all cash. But in BTA, sliding at cash in some mission types is actually worth doing. Duels especially, in my experience. One other way you can make money, but those are the main ways. It's just like, you know, build up your rep with a faction, do missions for them, and just, you know, get allied with them and just take stuff. Oh, right, yeah. I forgot. If you look at the top there, it lists who their enemies are. If you ally with any of the factions above, this faction will become your enemy. And that's true for all of them, basically. You just can mouse over them and it'll show you. The last thing you can do to make money, and we'll go to, and this is not the easiest way, but it is and it isn't. If we go to the navigation screen, let's zoom out here a little bit. I'm going to go hit Control F, and we're going to type Game World. There should be a space in there. There we go. All right, so all the lit dots are game worlds. What's so special about a game world, you may be asking? Well, if you go to a game at the game worlds, and there are a few of them, there is one all the way up here near the Outworlds Alliance. There are 3 in Lyran space, roughly: Galatea, Solaris 7, and Noisel. There is Antalos up there. Down here is the pirate planet Astrokazi. Over here is a Lao planet, Westerhand. Down here is Hardcore, which I did not know about, in the Majesty of Canopus. Very cool. I did actually not know about that one. I missed that one somehow. And over here is Newport Royal in the Tortuga Dominions. Those are the game worlds. If you go to any one of them, they will sell contracts for game world duels, which will either be 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. You cannot get salvage them so go all into cash. The worst of them will give you 1.4 million C-bills as for the cash reward. The best give you a little bit over 2 million per mission. There will be 3 of them available for sale in different weight categories. So light, medium, and heavy. And they'll be heavy and assault. And they'll be either solo or duo. So you can just grind through them, and they will reset every time the store resets. You'll get a new batch of contracts. And just sort of you can grind through contracts on Game Worlds, and you'll make a lot of cash that way. Also, every time you win 6 duels in a category, weight category, you win a free hero mech, which is a special configuration of a particular chassis that you will get for free. And some of them are a lot of fun. They have the hero mech quirk, which gives you that mech +1 to hit with what it gives you a bonus of 1 to hit with weapon attacks, and reduces it dissipates 6 extra heat per turn. It's nice. It's basically most of the good bits of the clan quirk, basically outside of the movement speed bonus, and without the penalty without the melee to hit penalty. As an important note, the clan hero mechs get both the clan quirk and the hero mech quirk. They're pretty freaking accurate. They're kind of scary. Anywho, that is. I hope that helps a little bit with that. And let's look at some gameplay here. Any missions left that I want to do here, or do I want to move planets? That's the question. Yes, there is the possibility of doing this Word of Blake battle against the Lyrans. Yeah, like I'm not that fussed about doing stuff for the Word of Blake. Kind of want to move planets. Like, I'm not planning. Allen's Word of Blake actually has their store is really good, like really good. But I'm planning Allen with with America this right now, which is the plan, since we're in Merrick space. Honestly, I think it might be time to travel. That's a plan, actually. That's what we're gonna do. All right, hang on. All right, so what are the planets near us? We got a travel contract where? Yeah, there, Ashburton. 2 Skull, 18-day travel. What is the contract? So the travel contracts mean that you've got a mission contract for that planet that you can take at the planet you're currently. You can pick up the contract for the planet you're currently at, and they will pay for your travel. It's not a lot, but it saves you a little bit of money. Basically, pays the jump cost. It's probably clean up the merc. Yeah, it's clean up the mercs or training day. Clean out the mercs is a little tempting. Two and a half skulls is a little dicey, but I'm real tempted to do that. Yeah, we're doing that. That is the plan. Yeah, we're gonna take 3 picks. We can't get. Yeah, we'll take 3 picks and the 400,000. All right.
Calculating course now, Commander.
So we'll set off. I should have checked the store before we left. That was a mistake. All right. Well, whatever. Not a big deal. All right. Mech Bay. We've got some refits to do on trip here, actually. Oh man. I wanted to hit the store before we left. God damn it. That was a mistake. Like, I want to. There are a bunch of mech tweaks I want to do. Like, I like the Centurion, but like the light Gauss rifle, just not a gun I'm fond of. All right, the Cicada is the first thing we're fixing. Like, this thing is so in need of tweaking. All right, we've got an XL engine. That is going to make this mech so much better. Oh my god. We just freed up 11 tons. Like, oh god. We're gonna slap battle armor handholds on, just make things a little bit easier. Do we have a double heatsink kit for this? No. Okay, that's fine. Like, legit, we're just gonna slap on, like, some medium lasers. I guess we'll pull like a half ton of armor off, maybe. All right, and then a little more heatsink on. I'll put that in the head just to make it a little bit safer there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but all right, yeah, this makes the Cicada a lot better. 5 medium lasers is not terrible firepower, and it's fast, and it can kick things, and it's got actual armor now. And it can carry battle armor around if we wanted to.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
All right. Well, I could run dual LAC 5s. Or we could just leave the light gauge rifle. I mean, we could just leave the light gauge rifle on here for now. I'm not really sold on tweaking this that way. I think this is fine for now as it is. I'm still weirded out by the medium laser being in the side torso instead of the center, but whatever. Yeah, I think we'll leave it alone for now. But like we can slap like ferrofib armor onto the Griffin here. That'll help some. We can get a little bit more armor. Honestly, we don't like. I think what we want to do with the Griffin here is we want to make this into a mid-range brawler. So we drop the PPC out for like a large laser. Maybe an ER medium and some SRMs. Like we run like an SRM6 and an SRM4. I've had 2 SRM6s. I run dual 6s, but that's not bad. Like we just need a ton of SRM ammo for that. That's fine. Because that's 10 missiles per salvo. That's 10 salvos. That's enough for the most part. We'll be fine. We could throw a second ER medium on and then like 2 heat sinks. Is that enough? Probably not enough heat sinks. But or maybe just go 2 regular mediums. Do we have regular? Actually, do we have enough regular mediums? That's the question. We only have 1. All right. Just like 1 ER medium, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And then we add armor. That's what we do. Okay. Because we very much could use some armor here. So, like, we very much need rear armor here. Holy cow. Oh, goddammit. I mean, it's not optimal, but it'll do.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
going to get the training module up and running.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
Yep, flashpoints are added to the map. We'll add the campaign flashpoints. I don't know. We may do them. We may not. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So yeah, we're gonna cover the stuff, all the stuff you guys were asking about over the course of the series. Obviously, I'm not gonna necessarily cover all of it today, but
that work order's complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
all right. I'm absolutely gonna start working on Mech Bay 2. Getting that up and running will be very important.
All right, I'll get the team on.
It's
it right
not
away.
cheap, but we actually have the money, so. It's extra tech points, which speed up repairs, and it enables us to work on 2 mechs at a time, and gives us more storage. So,
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
all right, we can't really. We are now at the low enough on cash that I'm not going to be like willy-nilly with everything with like upgrades. Like buying that upgrade, buying the Mech Bay 2 is a big investment, and it's an important one. So I'm willing to do that here. Not yet. We do not want to start that just yet. I kind of want to get my Griffin up and running, back up and running. Take a quick look at the store while we're here, though. Could get more battle armor. That's a nice gun. The HVAC 10's a nice gun. Those have uses. Oh, right. Yeah, so there are some builds you can do with battle mechs to make to dedicate to dueling. I might actually throw some of those together at some point. Ooh, a location designator. I do want that. Gunnery support A. Interesting. That's a new one. Not that I want to buy right now, but like, man, I could actually that's a really good early game item. 275,000. That's not bad. Something to consider, actually. We got the clean up the Mercs mission here, but then we got a bunch of other stuff that we can do here also, which is nice. All right. All right, let's get. We're gonna wait for. Yeah. So normally I don't like waiting this long for. Really good wishes. Visit Groot in the med bay.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Yeah, I'll get the Griffin back.
I wrapped up that job you asked for.
All right,
Commander.
now we can launch a contract. I forgot to prepare the battle armor, but whatever. So the Griffin's now more of a mid-range brawler than a sniper, but that is kind of what we want. All right. I should repair the oh, we need gear for the Innisher battle armor. That's right. I'll need to take a look at the store, see if we can get anything to. Because we got to replace their guns because they got kind of beat the crap up. So that's why Groot is in the med bay. All right. Yeah. So I think I'll talk about what else do we want to talk. What else do we need to talk about here? Let me take a look at the questions here while I'm. Recommended pilot builds. Okay. Here's the deal with pilot builds. There are a couple of standard builds I do that that I find having a couple of them in the unit is useful. One of the most common builds you will see me use is the dedicated scout pilot, which is basically you sink all your point, and they do one other thing very well also. You max out your skill loadout in piloting, so you pick up whichever the first 2 entry ones you prefer. I generally prefer the evasive one, but Phantom's also good. After that, you generally take invisible target. That gets you more defense. You're harder to hit. Also, you can't lose evasion to sensor locks, and then you get Lightfoot at the end. And then you grab sensor lock with tactics, and that's sort of the build. That is my scout mech build, generally. I think Phantom is better on mechs that are not dedicated scouts that are likely to where you want to use Phantom to get you a temporary boost of evasion for short term. All right. What do we got here? A Helios. That is a 60-tonner. Okay. A Cicada. And a Hellspawn. Oh, that's a nasty little bugger. Dual MRM 30. Oof. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Can you mount up anybody? The Cicada, great. That is actually an excellent choice. Because the Cicada is actually faster than the Strider, so it can get into... I'm going to I'm reserving right now to take advantage of the my spawn protection.
Know who's dumb for having all the armor.
That'll be that Cicada. Alright, it's that one. That's the jump capable one. Okay. I'm baiting the Helios to move here. Oh, they've got reinforcements, it looks like. Either that guy was way far... Oh, God, that's mortar and...
Damage minimal.
Yeah. Yeah, they got reinforcements. That's... Or maybe not. Maybe that's just part of the lance. All right. Helios did not generate much in the way of evasion.
What do you need?
I'm wondering what that is up there. The Badger is actually good at doing this. Not the ideal vehicle for this, but that is a Roughneck. Okay. Mortar 4, LRM 10, Mortar 4. Okay. And some flamers. That's an interesting build. I kind of like that, actually. Alright. Out of curiosity, do we have any, like... Nope, none of these guys are worn down or anything like that. There's just a lance of big badasses here. That's fine. Oh, right, I've got to finish your turn. I'll shoot you.
Ready for orders.
Now Ek has that. Let's.
Double time. Let's go.
We're gonna concentrate fire on the Helios first. It's a dangerous target, so.
Target acquired.
At the legs, which unfortunately is blocked off.
Commander?
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
I think I'm gonna go have Tex go kick this cicada here.
All right, let's get down to it. The cream of the crop will rise to the top.
All right, we ripped something open somewhere.
Oh, who needed salvage anyways?
Okay, leg and arm, great.
I'm here. On my way. Double time. Acknowledge.
I do want to concentrate on the Helios, like ideally.
Ready for orders.
He was in fire, which is annoying, but that's not too bad. All right. Yep, let's go.
All weapons committed. Receiving you. Double time. Let's go. Target confirmed. Standing by.
All right, we can't do anything with them yet. All right.
I'm your spaniel.
All right, I do want to pick on the cicada here.
Won't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna loop around. We're gonna harass the cicada. I've got it damaged enough. I really should have focused more on it, thinking about it now, but. I didn't actually. I was hoping to leg it maybe, but. All right, there's cicada go. Their cicada's probably gonna go here. Yeah, it's jump. The problem is it's jump capable, which is like.
Now who's dumb for having all the armor?
However,
Orders?
like gone. That's a dead cicada.
Take that.
Like, you know, any mech like this built like the Cicada that gets legged is just in trouble. Yeah, I kind of want to go for the leg on that guy. The reason I want to go for the leg on that guy is because if I can get the leg, that's a that's an intact XL engine, which I could use.
Commander. Hauling ass.
Now, I'm not going to actually use him on the Cicada because it's already gone, and also S-Arm's not great for going for the legs. So,
Giving you everything I've got.
all right, the Roughneck's going to go. The Roughneck's going to be a bit of a problem. It is durable and dangerous at long range. Oh, thank God they didn't fire mortar inferno ammo.
For having all the armor.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna try to take the Cicada's leg here. We're not great at called shots, but we're gonna try.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
That's a charge. I don't want to do that. Ah, I ran through fire there. Darn. That's annoying. Yeah, we're overeating by a lot with that. God damn. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah. Fire. That's. Yeah. That was unfortunate. Harg!
I'm receiving you.
Let's see what the Helios is going to do here. Hoping to do more damage with the Griffin this turn than I did, but... Alright, Kai's going to dismount.
Acknowledged.
Right now, can I can no longer mount. That's fine.
Acknowledged. Scarred a critical hit.
Alright.
I'm here.
Alright, I wanted to pop off and shoot. I didn't want to. I don't want to swarm right this second. No one else is like softened up enough to merit that.
I'm ready. Acknowledged.
Oh god. Running through fire just is so bad. Yeah, it's so freaking frustrating.
Firm. Oh, it's on now.
Oh, I did an XL engine. Well, I blew up the XL. The problem is I didn't want to blow up the XL engine. I was trying not to.
Starting to cook.
Actually, you know what? That is, I think, the correct position here.
Got it.
Let's
No
poke the
shooting,
Hellspawn in the
just
back
running.
with the Badger. Not the best vehicle for this, but it's good enough.
Acknowledged.
I was hoping to take the cicada more intact than that, but I was very much hoping to get the leg, but oh well. It is what it is.
Yes, Commander. Acknowledged.
And we're going to backstab the hellspawn here. I've had a thought.
Try having.
Wow, I managed to not actually crit anything even. Oh my goodness. That's unfortunate.
Standing by. Understood. Moving fast. Firing full pump. That hit something good.
Really? Holy cow, that thing's actually just hanging in there. I'm genuinely surprised by that, actually.
All weapons pivoted. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
That's alive still after an ammo explosion? Did it have case? Yeah, it had case. Okay. Alright, fair enough.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, well, let's see if we can finish up the hellspawn here. Yeah, okay.
I'm legally obligated to inform you on pay per kill.
That Helios is in bad shape, so it's gonna melee the. Okay, that's mildly annoying, but all right. All right.
Yep.
We're gonna poke the Helios in the back here.
All weapons fire.
I'm receiving you.
Let's not run into the radiation zone. Actually, now that I think about it, that would be wise. You know, I'm just gonna use the flamer on this guy and just cool off for a turn.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
I'm running way hot. All right. Rare attack on the Griffin's annoying. Yeah. I don't know how hot the Griffin's running at the moment because there is a bug right now.
Affirmative.
And heat damage is not displaying properly at the moment.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Alright, there's 3/4 of us Helios there. If I can run into another one, that wouldn't be terrible. I'd like to... ideally, I would like to... If I could snag that Roughneck, like, intact, that'd be really cool.
Waiting for orders.
Standing by. I'm walking here.
So, the Roughneck is surprisingly durable, so I'm going to try to freak it out a little bit here.
Got it, Commander.
Like, the whole point of the Roughneck is it's tough.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get down to it.
So, the plan here is that I'm just going to...
The cream of the crop.
Cooling off here a little bit, just to be safe, since I got flamered.
I can see why people enjoy this
Oh,
line of
well, I just blew off a torso, apparently. I did not expect that. How the hell did I blow the... What? Was I behind there? Oh, I must have been in the rear arc there. Oh. Well, we're not getting anything in fully intact, but we can start working on stuff, which is not a bad thing at all.
Engaging target.
Oh, we knocked him over. That's something. Kill the pilots. That's 3/4 of a Roughneck. All right.
Mission
I honestly don't know what I'm taking out of this. I think the Roughneck's slightly more common, but neither of them are super common, is the thing. I like the Roughneck slightly better than the Helios, if I remember correctly. I need to take a look at the Helios' quirks. Give me a second. This is something I need to look up, but while that's loading. So we got 3 pieces of Helios, 3 pieces. Oh, we can take a look at here. Let's see. It's keen. Okay, it's Affinity's Keen-Eyed, which is not bad. Roughneck is just durable. It's hard to take out, which is not a bad thing. Okay, easy to maintain. That's fine. That is a perfectly fine mech. What are his hard points? 2 missile, 5 energy, and that's it. Roughneck is 2 ballistic, 2 energy, 2 missile, 3 support. Neither are super exciting. Do we have any cicada bits? That's a question. What do we have in storage? That's a good question. Oh, that's right. We got a thingy to build there too. All right. 1 piece of a guillotine. That's actually a legit interesting question. I forgot we had that. I should build that now before I forget. The odds of finding a Helios are not good. I'm gonna grab the Roughneck. Okay, so actually, who does field the Helios? That's actually a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. This, like, if we know, like, who we can go fight to get it, like, that's a... We're not going to get it soon. We're sort of not in the difficulty range to get heavy mechs often. Capellans, Comstar, Fed Sons, Great Athlesion. Okay, it's a bunch of people. All right. Yeah, I guess we're mostly going to run into it if we go fight the Capellans or the Draconis Combine, it looks like. Maybe Magistrate of Canopus? Yeah. Mercs also. All right. It's not super common. I'm still going to grab the Roughneck bits, though. All right. Not terrible, not great. All right, I'm going to build the Hollander. We'll figure out what to do with it. I may just disassemble it for parts. I'll take a look. The Hollander's not bad. Oh, also need to buy guns for the battle armor. So yeah, battle armor is a little tricky to use sometimes. The easiest way is to get battle armor armed with decent guns and put them in like a VTOL that has weapon ports so they can shoot out of it and not have to dismount. But if you're not doing that, they're riding around in like a transport or on a mech. The best way to use them is to make sure they're not like just to dismount and either swarm or just shoot at something at the end of the turn, like phase 1. Reserve the battle armor till the very end of the turn, and then remount on phase 10 in the next turn. And in general, there are times when you won't do that, but yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'd completely forgotten we had this Hollander. Which one's which? That's the... H3 is... H is the uptech one with the heavy VC. That's the one we want to build.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Largely because if we decide we want to disassemble it... Also, it looks pretty sweet, honestly. Let me be real. Like, it's got a bunch of tech in it that I would love to pillage for something else. Like the double heatsink kit. This is not a bad little mech, though. Let me be real. Not the best, but it's real solid. What do we got for battle armor weaponry? Fire drakes are okay. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of good battle armor weaponry. Here's the problem. Not for sale. That's too bad. Ooh, a peg. I might buy that. Yeah, I'm buying that. That, since we're not using the bandit to carry battle armor around in, I'm tempted to buy the Pegasus because that is a useful vehicle for it. Although I could just buy another set of Achilles battle armor. Some good options there. Oh, excuse me. Tempted by the reloading rocket launcher 15s and the light cannon. The reason for those is those are really good weapons for game world duels specifically. In duels, having the ability to alpha strike and just nuke something is worth the trade-off for not having reloads, basically. Also, there's some new periphery tech that's been added that can get around that, so I'm thinking I might buy them to maybe play around with that at some point. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. I do apologize. Heavy flamers are interesting. That might be worth buying. If you're into doing overheat stuff, heavy flamers are good for that. I'm definitely gonna buy the Pegasus. It's cheap.
New battle mechs available.
I like the Pegasus as a scouting, harassing platform for vehicle pilots, but yeah. Let's go to the barracks quickly. Well, I'll take a look at the skill stuff before I forget. All right, so yeah, like this is a build I often do on the commander because it's just a useful. This will turn him into just a general all-rounder. Basically, is my plan. Basically, I grab bulwark because it's just so generically solid. Just 15% damage reduction at all times is nice. Gunnery. I'm going to be grabbing multi-target. I don't know what I'm going to grab in this slot here. It will depend on... Well, okay, currently, since he's qualified as both a mech and a vehicle pilot, he can take either. And currently, vehicle skills work in battle mechs, mostly, except for side slip. Which means I'll probably grab perfect targeting on him, because that is so good. Ignoring 2 evasions is really good. Unless I have a mech I'm planning on putting him in that is a dedicated either energy bot, ballistic bot, missile bot, or is a dedicated sniper that goes for going for particular locations. But yeah, the ability for mech pilots who can do both mechs and vehicles can use vehicle skills in mechs and mech skills in vehicles. That is probably going to go away at some point in the future. We don't know when. It's not high on the priority list, but it's on the list. So, yeah. Similarly with, Gunnery 10, like, overall aggression is just generally better than Stone Cold, so. Okay. I like grabbing Piloting 6 early because it just gets you so many stats and it makes you hard to hit, which is great. We're going to be upping Tactics and Gunnery more next. Basically, next is going to be Tactics until we get to 6 or so. And then it's going to be Gunnery for a while, is my plan.
Mech Warrior training complete.
But being able to be a little bit harder to hit is actually just really good. Alright, Behemoth, what do I want to do with you? I have a thought. I have a thought. Alright, she's gonna grab Phantom.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then she's gonna go into the guts tree. She's gonna be a melee pilot. But Phantom is just a nice ability to get a little bit of extra evasion.
Ready for orders.
Alright, Ek. Yep, we're gonna grab Shore Movement. Ek is a dedicated scout, so.
Training complete.
Standing by.
Gerda's injured while spend skills when she's done with that. Oh, excuse me. Kayak, what are you driving? I think she's driving the battle armor. Yeah, she is. Alright. I'm probably gonna respec her to drop guts when I can respec, but for now.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Welcome, Commander.
Yeah.
Risky is the vehicle pilot, right? Yep, alright. She's going to grab Side Slip because that is the most generically useful ability for vehicle pilots. Next, she's going to grab Sensor Lock.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, Tex. You're driving the Griffin right now.
Training complete.
All right, and Zenith. Zenith is the Cicada pilot. Great. Sure movement. So yes, my scout Zenith and Ek are my main scouts. Their specs are gonna be very similar, basically. But that, my friends, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I was informative or helpful in some way, shape, or form. I will try to get to more of those questions in future in next week's episode. Yeah, I definitely would say I probably want to do a rundown of guns and such at some point, talk about which weapons I think are particularly good or useful, etc. And the whole doctrines and strategies thing, I definitely do want to talk about that, and I think I'll cover that next episode. I think I will talk about actually there's a strat that I will definitely talk about next episode. I will be talking next episode about C3 networking, because it is one of the most efficient ways to make your mechs more effective. It is one of those powerful, it's a very powerful effect as well, but way to phrase it now. I'll talk more about it next time. But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys soon, but until I see you next, be happy, be safe, keep on gaming, keep on learning, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.